Yes, that's right. You're joining now for episode 6. It's been too goddamn long. 2 months, 3 months, whatever the hell it's been. We're seed oil fucking soldiers. You understand? Whether you're active duty, National Guard, or a fucking vet, listen, you know where the fuck you've been. You know what's going on. You've ingested so much seed oils you didn't even know it. You had MREs, the meal ready-to-eat food rations. You had military dining facilities. You ingested so much seed oils, which is just the pyramid scheme guru way of saying, oh, it's unhealthy, but actually it's okay for your heart. And you know what? On top of ingesting the seed oils, you had CLP in your hand, you had mud, you had soot, you had grime, you had GMD. You were lubing up a weapon and you had a plastic spoon in your hand eating seed oils, whether it was a pizza MRE or a buffalo chicken MRE or beef strips or whatever the fuck it was. You ingested something and you're still here, you're resilient, you're ready to move fucking forward and start fighting and grip it and rip it and start playing that fucking national anthem. Even if you're not American, I don't give a fuck. You're going to play your national anthem, your version of resiliency and keep going fucking forward. You understand? That's the topic of discussion, is that I don't care if a pizza has 60 ingredients of formaldehyde, sodium, cyanide, and it just sounds, really indigestible. I'm still going to eat Little Caesars, you understand? That was the topic of discussion. That's what sparked this whole thing, right? It was a way to just reappear and just say, hey, I'm still here, all right? In case you didn't know, there's been some controversy over freedom of speech and all that. And, I'll be honest, I lost about 1,000 followers. No big deal. I've lost 1,000, gained 1,000. It's just the ebb and flow of things in this crazy ass society we have. And it's okay. You know why? Because we're going to make it. We're going to push forward and we're going to eat all the fucking seed oils. We're going to live our day. We're going to love our day. Because at the end of the day, we are here in the now. We have work to be, places to be. We have a scheduled madness. So, look, we can't be everywhere all at once. Sometimes we have to, cut corners in our lives. But you know what? We can out-train those bad diets. If you're familiar with the seed oil soldier loves physical training, right? They love physical training. They know to hit the gym. Unfortunately, there is an obese population which that caters to. Can't really speak on behalf of them. However, we can help them. We understand to regulate and eat food in moderation, regulating the intensity and volume of lifting and training, right? That's one of the things that I've learned being a competitive strongman, power lifter, bodybuilder, extraordinaire military athlete, sounding like, some crazy-ass person right now. Look, I'm no fucking superhero, but you can pretend you're a fucking superhero if that's what gets you through your fucking day. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to act like look, I'm not telling you to don a cape. I'm not telling you to put on a fucking costume made of, what the fuck does Spider-Man wear? I don't know what the fuck Spider-Man wears. Doug, you don't need to fucking put on a costume. Just put on and have some good self-fucking-esteem. Feel good about your fucking self. You're a seed oil soldier. You had that dining food facility. The fucking chow hall bitch had to serve you like 2 strips of bacon, and you asked for a couple more strips. They looked at you like you were fucking crazy. Fuck that. You know what? You're going to go eat Little Caesars. You're going to go eat McDonald's. You're going to eat the on-post Burger King. You're going to eat it all. You understand? Because it's your right. You have a beautiful life in this country, and that is you can fucking just eat like a fucking slob, but be conscious of your eating, all right? Make your own food. It doesn't hurt to, go to the store and get ground beef. I prefer 98% lean. Sure, 93% lean. If you're going to do 80% lean ground beef, make sure you drain the grease, right? And then you're going to throw in some pasta in there, maybe some red sauce. Call it a day. All right? It's easy as 1, 2, 3. The only hard part is you got to clean dishes afterwards. And I understand, look, you're going to be inundated with all these demands from all around you, all these requirements. And I understand it's exhausting, but you're going to say, fuck that. I don't need that exhaustion. I'm going to conquer. I'm going to overcome that fucking exhaustion and just go through. There's a fucking phrase we use in the infantry or growing up infantry. It was embrace the fucking suck. Okay, so it doesn't matter what branch, but you embrace the suck, you lean into it. And I feel like that would solve a lot of problems when people are shooting car rant videos or the fucking diaries in their living room. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody needs to be on the internet. Start with bitching and griping and moaning and shit. Listen, it's okay. It's tough. I understand. It's tough. I get it. It's always been fucking tough. But you know what's really helped? Leaning in to the fucking madness, embracing the suck, going with the flow, and adapting. Almost being like water. Didn't Bruce Lee say some shit about water? Didn't Bruce Lee say, oh, we must be like water, adapt anywhere we go? You got to Bruce Lee that up. You know what I mean? Look, anyways, that's what I'm getting at. We're seed oil soldiers. We're going to eat whatever the fuck we want. We're going to lift however the fuck we want. We're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to take care of our body. Yo, bring on the exhaustion. Bring on the sleep deprivation. Bring it all on. We're ready. We can conquer. We're going to take over. We're going to play the fucking national anthem. But that's the resiliency. That's the key to consistency. You find a way. Now, for all my married individuals, make sure you have a good support. Make sure you have a good support system from your wife. That's really what it boils down to. You listen to the fucking Deadlift Dad. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think I was called the Deadlift Dad? Because I wanted to prove, what was it, 10 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. I wanted to prove that you can be a father without living into the stereotype of being a overweight consumer slob dad bod, not being able to fucking move, not realize your body's a vessel. And I'm not saying that David Goggins shit, okay? Obviously, this is for the reality over here. You don't need to take it that extreme. Take it from me. You don't need to take it that extreme. What you need to take is some love, some kindness, and to fucking conquer the day and be a positive influence and impact, the soldiers that you're leading or the employees that you're teaching that day. I know employees are a little different from soldiers. You don't get that much loyalty out of soldiers or people, but people are people, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Is people are people. Be a good influence for the people that below you, right? All right. Well, we're on 7 minutes now. By the way, this is a re-recording. Look, the last episode, I pulled out a bunch of. I was attempting to pull out a bunch of ingredients for seed oils, just stating what foods had it. And we all understand it's the fried chicken, it's the Wendy's, it's the Burger King, it's the McDonald's, it's all that. It's all the fried food, it's all the vegetable crackers. It's everything contains seed oils. We're seed oil soldiers. You understand me? Fucking crazy. Going against the nutrition pyramid scheme gurus, carnivore diets, chopped up belt dicks on a fucking cutting board. Look, we don't need any of that madness. What we need is moderation. We need to grip it and rip it. We need to take decisive action in our own life to live a better tomorrow. And, to see your kids, The last thing you want is to have like osteoporosis or, some problem getting out of bed or can't walk a flight of stairs or can't, you're running out of air, tying your shoes. It's not healthy, guys. You go for a run. You know what? I'll leave it on this note since everybody's like, oh, where you been? I haven't seen you. Well, let's see, motherfuckers. Listen up. I was at the Drill Sergeant Academy down in South Carolina, Fort Jackson. Great place, wonderful place. And, I did the drill sergeant thing. Just going to the school. That was great, right? But at that school, I literally had to shave 2 minutes off my runtime because of the revamping of the AFT. They went from the ACFT, they cut down one event and called it the AFT. With that, the run times went down as far as standards went, right? You got to understand, I found out about going to the Drill Sergeant Academy on short notice and immediately took initiative to just get my cardio endurance back. Being a competitive strongman, powerlifter, bodybuilder, the cardio was about Army PT standards. I took my time with cardio. Cardio was, it's that thing I do, maybe might run a mile or two every once in a while. But I remember it got so bad, this is before the Drill Sergeant Academy, it got so bad, I almost blacked out at one point. I was like, okay, something's got to change. So about 2 weeks before the Drill Sergeant Academy, I went for a run, took my kids out to a run. We ran like the hills of Fort Hood. It was great, a great prep because what it would prepare me for was when I arrived to the Drill Sergeant Academy, I already knew I would pass with 60%, what you need. You need a 60% or above. So I passed that. but the requirement out of Drill Sergeant Academy is that you need a 70% to graduate. Too easy. So, I do the run, pass the run with 68 or 69, something really close. No big deal. So I follow this 15-day routine by Stu Smith. And I swear, guys, my military approach to strength training and cardio training has helped tremendously, focusing on the cardio aspect of things. So focused on my run, got my run time down. Little tidbit to add there. I was also overweight arriving there. I got taped like 3 times. They're like, "What? You're overweight." And then I did the bod pod. It's called a bod pod at one of their facilities. And I stepped on the scale, and sure enough, I was like 20% body fat. You know what I mean? So that was kind of cool, because I'm laughing here. I'm like, obviously I don't belong, with people who are truly obese, right? Or who are out of shape. I didn't belong there, and I'm glad I passed because of that. So after doing the bod pod, we did about 6 weeks? 6 weeks, whatever the fuck it was, 6, 9 weeks, whatever it was, of cardio. So I'm talking running the track, doing 400 meters, 800 meters, 1,200 meters, a full fucking mile, okay? Doing nonstop, 400-meter repeats. Adding in just regular machine work on top of that. So I would do my machine work or some barbell work, and mainly focus on track running. And I shaved down my run by 2 minutes. Really happy of that accomplishment. And I'm here for you guys in the now. I got the polyurethane on the campaign hat, waterproof and ready to go. Gonna fucking teach some privates, some soldiers what the fuck's going on being a drill sergeant. This is a great time, ample opportunity. We're here. It's a new fucking day. It's beautiful. I think we reached the time limit now of this episode. So we're seed oil soldiers. We conquer, we overcome. We eat bad nutrition. Too easy. We're gonna work it out. All right? Take care of your bodies. Take care of yourselves. You're gonna have all of it. You understand? You're gonna have your Little Caesars, your Wendy's. Look, I just got Throne coffee. Go get Throne coffee. They sent me cases of Throne coffee. I think it's Patrick Mahomes. It's Patrick Mahomes' fucking energy drink. Yeah, they sent me coffee. So drink some Throne coffee. Have a great fucking day. Grip it and rip it. Play the national anthem. Drink your coffee. Have your seed oils. Do your deadlifts and have a wonderful fucking day. Peace.